One for One is a program by which one electronic device, a scrap device, is collected for every device that our customers have put on the market, that is delivered to their customers, for example. And we collect mobile phones, we collect laptops, monitors, any end-of-life electronic device. And those are collected in sub-Saharan Africa. We focus on collecting in countries without recycling infrastructure because that's where the biggest opportunity is. In countries like Ghana or Nigeria, by collecting there, you're creating jobs, you're increasing environmental benefits, you're creating social benefits. Electronic waste that is not collected by us will often be collected partially, but they'll be collected in ways that are not necessarily good for the environment, not good for the socio-economic development of people in the countries where we work. So for example, people would only collect the most valuable components and they would leave behind the things that are bad for the environment or difficult to recycle. We ask our collectors to collect the entire device because we want to avoid the burning of parts in the open air. And we noticed through the years that we've been working that more and more collectors are now used to the fact that they have to keep devices intact. The other people who collect electronic devices, they do so without proper contracts with their partners, they do so without permits, they do so without the environmental controls that are necessary. When we have to link a collection to the purchase of a new device of one of our customers, we start putting our network in African countries into action. So we have, for example, phone repair shops, communities, people at home, anywhere where a scrap electronic device can end up, we use that network in order to collect these devices for us. We have partners in all these countries that do the collection. Those devices are then consolidated in a warehouse or in a recycling facility. Then it gets loaded into bags, big bags, the type of bags you see in construction sites. Those are then put into containers, and those containers are shipped to recyclers. The collectors that we work with are often people who have lots of different jobs. One example is someone we work with called Isaac. And Isaac started collecting electronic waste for us while he was doing a different job. And it started with small amounts. And as we scaled and got bigger and started collecting up to 1.5 million phones a year, he was able to expand his business. He now has people working for him rather than collecting himself. He was able to buy himself and his family a house. We work with a recycler in Nigeria. By working with us, they were able to improve the processes that they have. We have very strict requirements, so we insisted on proper recycling of devices, for example, monitors. And through working with us, they are now able to recycle monitors, not only for us, but also for other customers. The One for One service delivers tangible results. There's the number of kilos of waste that we've collected. There's the metals that are extracted. There's also the social impact that we have, living wages for all the people that we work with. To date, we've collected more than 7 million mobile phones, and we're able to show all these results through end-to-end traceability. 10 years ago, we collected a couple of 100,000 phones a year. Now we collect more than 2 million mobile phones a year. We've added devices, so we also collect, for example, monitors, we collect batteries. We're only active in 4 or 5 countries currently, and there's so much more to do. Through all the collection of electronic waste with our networks in Africa, Closed in the Loop is able to create a lot of content, a lot of stories. We have people like Isaac, we have people that he works with that have improved their lives, and these are stories that are interesting to our customers, and that's the value that One for One brings.